Hey guys, and welcome back to Gravy's Brewery with me, Goes Gravy. Alright guys, as you can see, it's that time again. It's brew day. And for this one, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be brewing up, hopefully, a oatmeal ale. Now, I was going to call this an oatmeal pale ale, however, because of the ingredients, and I'll get onto them in a minute, I don't know just how pale this particular beer is going to end up. So, this could be, it could be a pale ale, it could be a red ale, brown ale, who knows. So even though I wanted to call this an oatmeal pale ale, I'm dropping the pale just for now. Anyway, as far as the recipe goes, well, I'll show you the grain bag. As always, a 1 gallon batch. Pause and have a read of that if you wish. But if you can't see it very well, we have got 913 gram of Pale Malt. I think I've got a Golden Promise in here. It might be Pale Ale actually. 54 gram of Flaked Oats and 43 gram of Crystal Malt. Crystal EBC 150. I'm not exactly too sure what Lover Bond that is. Anybody knows for sure, let me know down there. Anyway, as far as the recipe goes and the inspiration, I actually picked up the recipe, or part of it, from the Greg Hughes Homebrew Beer Book, and I actually got the recipe from the Oatmeal Stout recipe, although I have taken out the chocolate malt and the roasted barley to hopefully give it that, again, pale ale kind of look. Probably, you know, so a pale ale with a mouthfeel of a stout. Going to be quite interesting. Anyway, as you can probably hear, I've got my strike water coming up to temperature. Let's just see where we're at the moment. Not even 30 degrees Celsius, so on that, I think I'm just going to quickly wrap this part up, get everything sorted properly, and I'll come back once I've got something happening. I don't know if I'll show you the mashing in or whatever. Well, I'll come back when something's happening. So, see you shortly. Right guys, we're back. Just a very quick part. As you can see, the mash is now on. Hit my mash temperature perfectly. Just under 66 degrees Celsius. 65.7. So, 65, 66. Kind of was what I was hoping for. So this is on for an hour now. So as usual, I'll come back when the boil is starting. And I know I didn't mention them in the first part, but the hops that I'm going to be using for this, and I will reiterate it in the next part when we come to the boil. I am using Challenger and EKG for this particular brew. Both favourite hops of mine. I'm looking forward to trying them in this brew. So once again, once something's happening, again maybe with the boil, I'll come back and show you that bit. See you in a minute. Alright guys, we're back. As you can see, just in time, as I think we're about to hit the hop break. The foam is definitely bubbling. There we go. That is hop break achieved. This has been on about half an hour, give or take. As you can probably see, the rolling boil is now starting to gather pace. So I'll just let this settle just for a brief minute, see if we get a good rolling boil on. Start to turn it down because we don't want a boil over. I think I'm actually going to break the rest of that foam up. Just get this boil on the go proper. There we go. And I think now is about the right time to add the first of the hop additions. Now this is 9 gram of Challenger. The first of 2 hop additions that will be going into this beer. The second addition will be happening at Flameout. I'll come back and let you see that. In which I will be adding a further 4 gram of Challenger and 4 gram of EKG. So for now, 9 gram of Challenger, in we go. And that will be now boiling for an hour. So all that's left to do is to come back in an hour. I'll add those other hop additions that I just mentioned. I'll get the pot into my sink for a little bath. And then we'll be finishing this part with the pitching of the yeast. I'll give you the approximate ABV. So we'll go from there. So as always, see you in a bit guys. Alright guys, we're back. Just a very quick part. As you can see, the boil is now done and is sat in a water bath. So it's now time to add the Flameout additions. The rest of the Challenger hops, which I am hopeful is around about 5 grams. Sorry about the steam, I just wanted to make this a quick part. And a full 4 grams of East Kent Goldings. Now the recipe did call just for Goldings, but the first choice I saw on my recipe maker was EKG, so I thought I would just try that. It's probably going to still make for a nice beer anyway. So just give that nice little mix around, get those last few hops infused, or at least the aromas. I'll come back once this is down to pitching temp. I'll probably do the pitching off camera, but I will show you the yeast. And as I said, we'll also get a gravity reading, temperatures, potential ABV. So we'll see you very soon. Hi guys, we're back. The brew day is done. As you could probably see, I did actually just pitch the yeast off camera. I'll show you why in a second. So I will get this part out of the way first. Starting gravity, looking at around about, it has been a bit jumpy, 1042 at 22.8 degrees Celsius. It's probably looking at a little over 4%. I didn't really get a good look at the colour of the wort. But it is kind of looking a tad bit dark, so we could be looking along the lines of a bitter for the final beer, so it could be an oatmeal bitter. And as I just referenced, I pitched the yeast before setting the camera off for this. And for this yeast, or for this brew, I used WYeast 1187 Ringwood Ale yeast. As you can see, pouch, so I should tell you liquid yeast, which I'm really just getting used to. Although there is one thing about these WYeast packs that I can't get used to, and that's these little smack packs. As you could probably see, I had to fish it out of the wort to cut the little packet open and pour in the nutrient separately. And first time I've ever done it, I cleaned my fermenter, but I forgot to sanitize it. So fingers crossed it works. Well, if you're watching this, you'll know that it has. But anyway, that's that for now. As I said, because of that one little issue, this may just be a very short brew day footage without the final part, or it could be a grain to glass, I don't know. I will follow the progress of the beer, both gravity wise and looks wise, and with a bit of luck I'll see you for the final part. And guys, we're back. Very quick part. As you can see, this is one of 6 bottles that I have just this minute finished bottling. There you can see the particulars. 4.3%, 33 IBUs, 500 ml. I'll tell you a little bit more about it in the final part, but I wanted to actually show you, well, as I said, this particular recipe was from the Greg Hughes homebrew beer book. It's a take on the oatmeal stout. However, I took out the darker malts, I think black malt and chocolate malt, left in the caramel malt along with the pale, and I came out with a beer that kind of looks like this. As you can see from the colour, a little bit of a dark gold, light brown, amber-ish colour, hence why I don't call this an oatmeal pale ale. This has come straight out of the fermenter. I don't plan on trying all of this, but even from having the glass in front of us here, I can smell the oatmeal. It smells very nice. Actually, I'll just let you have a look at that whilst I just take a little closer smell and taste. Oh, there's a little bit of a banana-y aroma about it. But there is that oatmeal there. Just going to have a quick sip of the uncarbonated beer. Ooh, very malty, very biscuity. I think that's going to come out a nice one. Anyway, just wanted to show you exactly what was happening now. Thankfully, and I will reiterate this in the next part as well, you might have heard me mention that I did have a couple of hiccups off camera. Thankfully that doesn't seem to have affected the beer at all. But of course the next part I will be back and I will tell you more about this in greater detail, and we'll wrap things up from there. Okay guys, well I will be back in a bit, so see you very soon. Alright guys, well we're back for the final part of the video for this grain to glass on my oatmeal ale. And before we start, here are the particulars on the bottle. 4.3%, packaged 500ml, and according to the calculator that I used, 33 IBUs, which I'm very pleased with, considering the hops that I used in this, or the amount, and plus I'm very pleased with the ABV, 4.3. Again, considering the malts, that I took out of this beer, although I think it was roasted barley, two types of barley, roasted barley and another one I can't remember, that I think really just gave colour. I don't think they gave much in the way of starches, sugars, such and such. So what else can I tell you about this? Well, off the top of my head I can't exactly recall the gravities. If you go back a bit, you'll have seen or you'll have heard me mention the starting gravity. I think the final gravity was around about 10-10, something like that. Between 10-10 and 10-15. And again, my apologies, can't exactly remember. It was fermenting for about 4 or 5 days, which I was very pleased with. And this has now been in the bottle, I'd say about a week, give or take. Week, maybe 8-9 days. And this is the first time I'm trying this. I haven't opened any bottles till now. As I said in the last part, when I had a little glass full, there were some nice flavours from that particular sample. As I said, it's been about a week, 10 days since I bottled this. I'm actually looking forward to trying it, see what it's like now. So anyway, oh no, that's the engraving. Anyway, I'm not going to beat around the bush, I'm not going to dawdle. I'm just going to pour and see what we get. Oops. And here is the drink. Colour, well, I think I can actually get away with just calling it an oatmeal ale. It's not too pale, in fact there's a bit of a light gold, dark amber colour to that, especially around the top. Around the bottom you are looking a little bit lighter, but that is very nice. So again, I'm not going to call it a pale ale, I'll probably just call it, as I have, an oatmeal ale. If you think it could actually get away with being called a pale ale, let me know down there. Anyway, head has died down. I might just have to kick that up after I've turned off the camera, I don't know. But nice little ring of suds just staying there. Carbonation, I don't know while you can see it, again, this is actually quite hazy for the amount of hops I used. I have actually just taken this out of the fridge, so that might have just caused the haziness. But there is a nice little stream of carbonation there, just steadily making its way up the glass. Very nice. Anyway, I'm sure you want to know what it smells and tastes like, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's get in with the nose, let's see what we get. There is actually a little bit of an oatiness there from, again, the oatmeal. Slight fruitiness, but actually a little bit more powerful fruitiness than the maltiness. I think that might have just been my nose playing tricks on me. It's a very nice aroma. Again, a little bit fruity, a little bit malty, a little bit actually toffee apple kind of aroma. Either way, smells absolutely wonderful. Kind of hoping it'll taste the same. I'm diving in. Cheers. Oh, oh wow. Oh, now on the flavour. On the flavour, again, I am actually getting a little bit more of that oatiness coming out in the flavour. Slight hint of burnt bread, ever so slight hint. Might be because I'm serving it too cold. I am just getting a little bit of that lagery, watery kind of flavour, but it is not that bad. But again, malty, oaty, a little bit of the fruitiness just on the back edge. But that is actually very nice. I'm just going to dive in once more, see if I can't get anything else. again, a bit of a breadiness there. You know, again, lightly toasted bread, or light toast. There is a slight dryness to it, or to the flavour. Might be the maltiness, might be the oats again. It's not overly harsh, it's not bitter. Well, there's a slight bitterness there. Could be from the carbonation. But that is very nice. I'm very pleased with that. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. So what can I say? Very nice beer. I'm pleased with it, and I think I will definitely be brewing this again. In fact, I know I will. That is a very nice beer. And as I've said throughout the course of the video, if you'd like to give it a go, if you'd like to try and brew it yourself, my adapted recipe or my changed recipe for this beer will be down there in the description. As I said, this is a little bit of a take, or it's actually a, it is actually originally from the Oatmeal Stout in this book. Those of you that have it, you know which page it's on. If you want to give this a go, as I said, all you've got to do is find that recipe, the Oatmeal Stout. Take out the darker malts, and you should come up with something like that. It is very nice. So again, those of you that have that book, you'll know where to find it. For those of you that don't, and you probably want to give a go at least of my 1 gallon batch, recipe will be down there in the description. And if I can find any record of my starting and final gravities, I'll let you know them down there as well. But that's really all I've got for you for now, guys. So as always, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down there if you have. If you have any general comments, questions or queries about the drink, about my brewing technique, or anything else in general you want to know about this, drop your comments down there in the comments. We'll talk. And if you have actually done something like this, you know, found a recipe and taken out some of the ingredients or changed them and came up with something similar to that, let me know down there what you did, and we'll talk. Alright guys, well, that's all I've got for you for now. So, until next time, from Gravy's Brew Reviews, this has been Gareth Gaz Gravy. I'll see you later. Cheers.